ReefDudes is sponsored by Ecotech Marine and Bulk Reef Supply. Today we're giving the Lagoon tank a makeover. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. Now this has been on my mind for a while. I've been thinking about thinning out the Lagoon tank a bit. Now overall, I mean, it does look pretty cool, but it does feel a bit cluttered to me. I did a little bit of a thinning on the water box not too long ago, and I think I'm going to do the same thing on the shallow reef Lagoon tank. Now, I just feel like I want to be some more space between the rocks. I kind of want more of the balmy look. And again, there's certain things I want to evict, like those minty zoas need to go, and they're in a few different spots. So I'm going to evict as many of those as I possibly can. And yeah, take out a few clusters of rock and, you know, get to kind of the balmy, have a bit of sand bed open space between them. I think they'll look pretty cool. So I am mixing up a nice big brute container full of water, so we can do a water change after I disturb and make a bunch of chaos in the tank. I did add a lovely palm beside the tank. It is a little excessively big, but it's kind of cool. Now the other thing I'm debating is, well, one, actually this thing will love the humidity in here, but that is one of my other things I've been toying with lately. My office isn't really not that big, and this is a lot of water volume, and it makes this room super humid. So I have to run a dehumidifier, have the windows open, all that jazz. So I'm back and forth on if I want to put a smaller tank in here or leave this one in here. You know, I could get something that's like a 4-foot tank or something instead of my 6.5, 7-foot tank. But I don't know, I'm back and forth on the fence on this one. But either way, we're gonna start with adding a little more sand bed space between some of these structures. We're gonna do a little bit of thinning for now, and we'll see where we end up. So let's get to it. So I guess that's a good initial question for you guys. What do you think? So first big question, do I keep this tank in here and just deal with the humidity, run the dehumidifier more, you know, air exchange the room better? Or do I possibly change it to a smaller tank, like a 4 or 5-foot tank? I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you guys think on that one. Now to get started, I am going to start removing all the stuff with the minty zoas, because those are ones I do not want to take over this tank. So it's going to be the initial easy decision for which rocks to prune out. There is some rocks that do have some other cool ones as well, so I think I'm just gonna throw them to the sump frag tank for now and deal with them later. I just got a whole slew of bristleworm bristles. That sucked. Probably should be wearing gloves. A bit of a pro tip if you do get speared by thousands of tiny little bristleworm spikes, dipping your fingers for a few minutes in either vinegar or citric acid will dissolve them, and that's kind of the quick and easy fix. I just went for an extremely potent citric acid dip, and it basically got rid of them pretty darn quick. Yeah, so it's the next day. The tank's had a bit of time to kind of settle and kind of give you an idea of where we're at so far. Now again, I'm probably going to keep on tweaking this for the next little bit. But I did take out a 5-gallon bucket worth of rock. That may cause a bit of a mini cycle. I got little bits of diatoms on the sand beds that might be probably related to that. I also gave a nice perimeter around the full edge of the tank, so it's easier to clean the glass and whatnot. A couple of hammers there just because I was letting the glue kind of settle, just make a little hammer balmy on the rock. A couple acros in here to start sucking out some of that elk that's been a bit high. And yeah, so overall I'm digging it. I still think I might disconnect these two structures more to keep this more of like an island and have kind of the 3 bombies with some swim throughs in the middle. And yeah, so I think I'm still likely going to be tweaking it a bit more, but so far so good. I evicted a bunch of the stuff that I didn't want in here and migrated a bunch of it to kind of the sump frag area, and I'll decide what to do with it later. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm kind of digging it so far. Definitely not perfect, but it's getting closer. Now I guess this leads me to my other question. I'm curious your guys' thoughts. Do I put a smaller tank in here, or do I just deal with the humidity and deal with this one? I'm half curious if my big palm will suck up some of it or not, but you know, with the windows and stuff open, it's not as bad now. But during the winter time when it's all closed up, you know, definitely need the dehumidifier and whatnot to keep it at a nice happy area with such a massive open water volume. But aside from that, I mean, pretty happy with how things are coming along. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Of course, this is always an iterative process, but yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you think I should do with the tank situation. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next update.